Hey everyone, welcome to Pukekohe by the Numbers, presented by Shaw & Partners. We're headed to Pukekohe Park Raceway for its final event on the Supercars calendar after 15 years. Considering we haven't raced at Pukekohe since 2019, there are 7 drivers on the grid that have never raced a supercar there. Our Will has raced a Toyota 86 there in the past, however Brody, among some of the others, have never raced anything at Pukekohe before. This is our first flyaway event for the season, where we need to empty roughly 6 tonnes of spares and equipment out of our B-double transporters into air freight containers to make their way across the Tasman. The motor racing circuit at Pukekohe is 2.91 kilometres in length, featuring 11 corners. 7 of those are right-handers, making it the 3rd most one-direction bias circuit we go to. And contrary to Sandown, Pukekohe ranks as the highest percentage of the lap spent cornering at 61%, whereas Sandown was the lowest at 27%. Pukekohe is also renowned for its extremely bumpy surface, particularly the high-speed entry to Turn 1, where we regularly see damper velocities above 600 millimetres per second. Akin to Sandown geographically, Pukekohe's lap times can also be heavily influenced by wind direction and speed. Not only by the speeds the car reached down the 850 metre back straight, but how well the car turns into the high-speed entry to Turn 1 and Turn 11. And teams will be monitoring this closely, particularly in qualifying, to give the drivers the best indication of what to expect at the start of their flying lap. For the first time this year, we'll be running solely on the hard tyre compound all weekend. We have effectively a 2-day schedule spread over 3 days, starting with practice 1 on Friday afternoon, before practice 2 is Saturday morning prior to qualifying. Both practice sessions are 30 minutes in length as usual, however this weekend we'll have 1 less set of practice tyres available. For various logistic and quarantine reasons, teams are not allowed to take the extra set of practice tyres with them over from Australia, nor are we allowed to take the 2 sets home with us after the event. This leaves us with 2 sets of practice tyres to tune the car on throughout the 2 30-minute practice sessions. Expect to see a few cars commit to longer runs at the start of practice 1 as the drivers reaccustom themselves with the circuit after the time away. And with a longer run in mind for the start of practice 1, we should expect to get around 4 outings in the first session and then up to 5 outings in practice 2. Qualifying on Saturday is a standard 3-part knockout qualifying format we've seen throughout this year, and Sunday is a simple back-to-back 2 10-minute qualifying sessions. The uniqueness of the Pukekohe circuit becomes more highlighted in the race strategy considerations made by teams. Pukekohe has the equal highest pit lane time loss of any circuit on the calendar. At 46 seconds, this is the amount of time a car is going to lose venturing through pit lane compared to a car that remains on the circuit, plus the stationary time in the pit box, which is between 3 to 4 seconds for a 2-tyre stop. With the long pit lane loss and the very short lap length, Pukekohe has a very high lap down risk. Effectively, you need to be within 14 seconds of the leader not to go a lap down when completing a 3 to 4 second stop. Tyre degradation is quite low thanks to the short lap, the low temperatures and the hard compound tyre. And because of this, it has quite a low undercut risk. You can quite easily cover off a car pitting from directly behind you by coming in on the next lap. The lower tyre degradation also influences what is the fastest way to finish the race, as tyre life becomes less of an influencing factor compared to clean air. So expect to see quite a few cars pit very early in the window, especially those that feel like they've qualified out of position. And that was Pukekohe by the Numbers, presented by Shaw & Partners.